Alright, day 2 of solving solving square root equations. Okay, now today we are going to deal with factoring. Okay, we are going to go and have to FOIL and box stuff out. Oh my goodness, right? Scary. Alright, so again, same thing applies, right? We want to isolate for the square root. Okay, if that means I need to move a constant, I need to move the constant. When I have the square root isolated for, I can square it on both sides to cancel out the square root. And then we're going to solve for x. And then we're going to check our solution. So let's look at number 1. Number 1, the square root is isolated for, so we're Gucci, right? So just square both sides. You've got 2x minus 7 over here. You've got x minus 3 squared over here. Now we want to FOIL or box this out, however you want to do it. Okay, 2x minus 7 equals x squared minus 6x plus 9 when you box it out. Now, once again, I need to zero out a side, right? So I'm going to move this 2x over here. I'm going to move the 7 over here. I've got 0 equals x squared minus 8x plus 2. Sorry, plus 16. 9 plus 7 is 16. All right, so now what we're looking for is we're looking to factor this if possible. Okay, well, it just so happens that this is factorable. This is x minus 4, x minus 4. I'm going to set my factors equal to 0 because this is equal to 0. So x minus 4 equals 0. That means that x equals positive 4. Now, once again, we need to check to make sure that this is a solution. So we have the square root of 2 times 4 minus 7 equals 4 minus 3. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. Does that equal 1? Yes, it does. So it's a solution. All right, let's go to number 2. Now, number 2, I have a constant with the square root, so I need to get the constant away. Alright, so I'm going to subtract 5 on both sides. So now I've got x minus 5 equals the square root of 3x minus 11. Now I can square both sides. Those cancel out. You've got 3x minus 11. Over here you've got x squared minus 10x minus 10x plus 25. Now, I'm going to zero out a side, so we're going to subtract 3x. So I've got x squared minus 13x. We're going to add 11, so plus 36. And that equals 0. Now we're going to look to factor it. So factors that multiply to give me 36, but add to give me 13. I know they're multiplying and adding because this is a positive, so I know that signs have to be the same. So this is x minus, because I got to multiply to get a negative. Multiply to get a positive, but add to get a negative. There's only one way, and that's 2 positive numbers. The two factors are 9 and 4. So now we set both of these equal to 0, so I get x equals positive 9 and x equals positive 4. Now, once again, we've got to check to see if these are solutions, right? So we're going to plug in 9. So I've got 9 equals 5 plus the square root of 3 times 9 minus 11. 9 equals 5 plus 27 minus 11. So it's going to be 16 underneath the radical. So 9 equals 5 plus 4. Yes, 9 equals 9. So we know that 9 is a solution. Now let's check 4. So we've got 4 equals 5 plus 3 times 4 minus 11. So 4 equals 5 plus 12 minus 11 is square root of 1. 4 equals 5 plus 1. No, 4 does not equal 6. So we know that x equals 9 is my answer. This would be an extraneous solution. Alright, let's look at number 3. So now, again, I have the square root isolated for, so we're going to square both sides. I got negative 10 plus 7x equals x squared. Okay, well, we want to get a 0 on one side, so I'm going to move everything over here. So I've got 0 equals x squared minus 7x plus 10. Once again, we're looking to factor if possible. Just so happens that this is also factorable. So x minus 5, x minus 2. So x equals positive 5 and 2. We're going to check our solution. So we've got the square root of negative 10 plus 7 times 5 equals 5. Negative 10 plus 35 equals 5. So yes, 25 equals 5. So 5 equals 5. Perfect. All right, now we need to check our second solution. All right, now again we're going to check our second solution. So the square root of negative 10 plus 7 times 2 equals 2. So we got the square root of negative 10 plus 14, which is going to be 4. So does 2 equal 2? You bet it does. So both of those are solutions. All right, let's look at number 4. Now, number 4, I need to get rid of my negative. So I'm going to multiply by a -1 on both sides. So this is going to be the square root of 4x plus 4. Negative goes away. The negative goes over here. Multiplied by a -1, so we've got -2x plus 2. All right, we can square both sides. Those cancel out. You got 4x plus 4 equals, now I'm going to FOIL this out, so I've got -4x squared minus 8x plus 4. Now we want to zero out a side, so we're going to subtract the 4x, we're going to subtract the 4, so I've got -4x, I've got -12x, and I've got plus 0. Now I can look to factor out a GCF here, so I've got 0 equals, I'm going to factor out a -4, that's squared, excuse me. I'm going to factor out a -4, so this is x plus 3. Now, I'm going to set both of those equal to 0, right? So 0 equals -4x, so we know that x is going to give me 0. We also know that x plus 3 equals 0, so I'm going to get -3. Now, let's check to see if these are both solutions. I'm going to plug in 0, so I've got 0 plus 4. That's going to give me a 4 underneath the radical, so square root of 4. -2 equals -2, so that is a check. Let's plug in -3, so I've got -4 times -3 plus 4 equals 2 times -3 plus minus 2. So I've got negative square root of 12 plus 4 equals -6 minus 2. So square root of -12 plus 4. Yeah, okay, so the square root of -8 equals -6 minus 2. So no, those are not equals, so my only solution is x equals 0. Alright, let's flip our paper over. Let's look at some on the back. Let's look at number 7. How about that? So number 7, first step, I want to divide by 2 on both sides. So I've got -2x plus 30 equals x minus 3. Now we're able to square both sides. Alright, so again, we're going to square both sides. We've got -2x plus 30 equals x squared minus 6x plus 9. Now we want to move this to the other side and 0 out a side, so 0 equals x squared minus 4x minus 21. This is factorable, so we've got x minus 7. We've got x plus 3. So when I set these equal to 0, I get x equals positive 7 and -3. Now once again, let's check our solutions. Plug them back in, so we got 2 times square root of -2 times 7 plus 30 equals 2 times 7 minus 6. So 2 times the square root of -14 plus 30 equals 14 minus 6. Okay, so we get 16 here, so 2 times the square root of 16 equals 14 minus 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Does 8 equal 8? Now same thing here. Okay, we're going to plug in -3, so I've got 2 times square root of -2 times 3 plus 30 equals 2 times 3 minus 6. So 6 minus 6, we're going to get a 0 on this side. So we need a 0 over here. Square root of -6 plus 30 times 2. We know that that's not going to give me 0, so that is not a solution. So x equals 7 is my real answer. All right, let's go to number 11. All right, number 11. First thing I need to do is I need to get my square root isolated for, so I'm going to subtract 14 on both sides. So I've got 2 times the square root of x minus 1 equals 2x minus 14. Now once I'm here, I would divide by 2. We've got the square root of x minus 1 equals x minus 7. Now we're ready to square both sides. X minus 1 equals x squared minus 14x plus 49. Now once again, 0 out of side. So x squared minus 15x plus 50. Look to factor if possible. Luckily, it's going to be x minus 10, x minus 5. So we know that x equals 5 and 10. Now let's check both of our solutions. Let's plug them back in. So we've got 2 times square root of 5 minus 1 plus 14 equals 5 times 2. So underneath we got 4 plus 14 equals 10. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 14 does not equal 10. Therefore 5 is not a solution. Let's check 10. So we've got 2 times square root of 10 minus 1 plus 14 equals 2 times 10. So we got 20 over here. Underneath the radical we got 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 14. So yes, 20 equals 20. So x equals 10 is my solution.